That was unbelievably stressful from start to finish, to be honest. From first minute, again, my camera's gone fully, so again, apologies why it's not sure why it's done that. Unbelievably stressful, that one. I'm all over the place. This was a little bit late. Leicester 2, Everton 2. I think before I get into it, and I'll try and fix my camera in the meantime, I think it's best just to show you what that's done in terms of the table, because at the end of the day, that is all that matters at this period of time. Now my thingy's not working. Damn. Just get into it again. It was one of the things where, my God, it just back. What this done today, it's put us just outside the relegation zone on goal difference. Now, in the last 3 games, we needed to play these teams. And there's so much to talk about. Get your thoughts in. I'll try and get some of your thoughts. I'm happy. I'm exhausted. All these different emotions are running through me at the moment. We needed that win just to put us closer. But again, that's the relegation fight right now. Leicester, Leeds, Nottingham Forest, Everton, Southampton, and one win takes us out and then put the rest of it in. Oh, mate, I'm just all over the place because just physically exhausted from that. There's so many things I want to mention and so many things I want to talk about. So again, get your comments in. We'll start from the beginning. I mean, we started on top. We started from the first minute like we're actually going to play football, which we don't normally do. We normally start relatively slow, and then we give that penalty away stupidly. I mean, from the first minute, Vardy's movement looked good. You can see they were trying to pick out Vardy. You see what they were trying to do. We were like, right, we're at the game. The crowd one side. We wanted to get something happen. And 1-0 down within 10 minutes. And you're thinking it's the same story over and over again. It's so frustrating. So frustrating. So 14 minutes, we got that penalty. And it just was ripped away from us. And you're thinking, oh my God, it's going to be, we go a goal behind once again. Dominic Calvert-Lewin converts, and you're thinking, oh dear. And my next thought is, now what? Show me what you're made of. Show me what you're good enough. And there was another moment just after that. Keane heads wide. There were so many opportunities. I don't know how many shots on target. I'll try and find out that in the game. And did we do enough to win? Kind of like the Leeds game, not really. In the second half, we were kind of lucky to get a draw. I hate to be that guy, but let me be honest. Everton created the better chances. And the chance that did come to us, we didn't quite take. There was extended level of pressure. Dean is trying. Dean Smith is really trying. The players are trying, but it's just not linking up. We keep giving balls away in stupid positions. It's fouls for no reason. There is just some players aren't lasting the full 90 minutes. We need a full team to line up together and just go for it. Final balls, players we're relying on to put the ball in the back of the net aren't delivering. I'm excluding Vardy from this. Harvey Barnes. We know how good Harvey is. At times he took on the man, but he didn't do it good enough. The crosses weren't quite there. His shots on target weren't quite there. It's so frustrating, man. So frustrating because I want to be positive about this team, and there was positive, but we're running out of time. There is 4 games to go now. 4 games. I think the best thing to do, instead of analysing this match, I'll come back to analysing the match in a second. Let's look at the fixtures around us and what they are. So let's start right at the beginning. Southampton, probably the least likely. Again, the gap to them is 6 points. But again, it is still doable. Their remaining fixtures are Nottingham Forest at home. I'm hoping for a Southampton win on that one. But then that could bring them back into contention. Fulham look like they're on the beach at the moment, but not sure. Brighton, and then Liverpool. It's an all right run-in. It's still hard running for Southampton, but I have to include them in this. And then it's just us lot here. Everton in the next few games. Brighton, who absolutely smoked Wolves. Absolutely. Then Man City, then Wolves, then Bournemouth on the last game of the season. Oh, their running's not as hard as I thought it was. I thought we'd be further away. I genuinely thought we'd be further away at this point in time. I'm stressed, man. I think the game stressed me out, and just looking at this, it's not helping. Nottingham Forest, Southampton, Chelsea, Arsenal, Crystal Palace. Will Crystal Palace be on the beach? Because let's be honest, they're on 40 points now. Where have they gone? They're 11th. They're on 40 points. They're safe. This is who we're coming up against in this period of time. I thought they had an easier running, but now looking into it, we are on the same position as them. I've said for a while, it will be goal difference that keeps us safe. And at this moment in time, it is. It's really keeping us safe. Oh, man, this is stressful. So stressful. Leeds have Man City, Newcastle, West Ham, Tottenham. Tottenham are capitulating all over the place at the moment. West Ham, nobody knows what's going to happen in that game. The pressure is on us massively. And our form, sorry, just to get it back up again, forgot to do our team. Wrong one, this one. In terms of that, Fulham, Liverpool, Newcastle, West Ham, it's all to play for. All to play for. We needed points. And we've got 5 out of 9. It's not good enough to stay in the Prem. You can't take the Prem for granted. And we needed our big players to step up. And some of them did. Maddison, let's get it in. You guys talking about it. Let's get it in. The penalty. I don't understand the penalty. It's easy to say in hindsight. The fact is, we get the 2-1, we get the 2-1, we're feeling great. Last kick of the game. Why is Vardy not taking that penalty? Why did he give it over? Tielemans had it, and I thought, okay, that's strange. And Maddison wasn't good enough. High pressure situations, and he didn't deliver. I'm gutted. 3-2, I'm looking at this game differently. We're pulling away 7 points out of 9. Now with 5, it's not that far away, but time is running out. And if we stay up, it will be on goal difference. Because I was through that whole match, biting my nails, biting my nails. Like not physically, but that's what it felt like. Just to try and understand what was happening, because so stressful. And the thing is, they were playing okay football. They were playing good football. There was a message. There was an understanding of what we're trying to do. And if that keeps coming, we should be okay. But we should be okay more than this for now. And I'm hearing pundits. I was listening to the overlap, and they said, "Oh, Leicester will be fine." And listen to other pundits. Leicester will be fine. We can't take anything for granted. We needed 3 wins out of 3. 34 points would have been, and we didn't do it. And it's not like we were just missing out. Leeds, we created some chances, we didn't put them away. Same with Leeds. Last moment of the game, that could have changed it. Iverson today. One thing I want to talk about. Iverson, oh my God. If Danny Ward was in goal, we lost that game. I don't think anybody disagrees with me in the comments. If Danny Ward was in goal, we lose that game. I'm not trying to slate Danny Ward. I'm saying some of the saves that Iverson pulled off, 5 golden opportunities for them to win the game, and he kept us in it, especially in the second half. There was a point where I was mentioned, even 8 minutes, there was a goal for Iwobi, and I thought it was a goal. And then Iverson, brilliant hand, fantastic hand, and he kept us in that game. It's these fine margins, and the defense looks a mess. I love Soyuncu. Again, he bails out at times fast because it just looks all over the place. Everton cutting into our midfield the entire time. I'm nervous, man. I'm really nervous. Really nervous. Because I still believe we will stay in the Prem. But we can't afford another team to get 2 wins. Even after that run, the Premier League is completely unpredictable. And you're looking at things like Leeds, the 1-1 draw, they just got pammed 4-1 against Bournemouth. That, again, makes our result against the 1-1 result look bad. We are just about there. We are just not quite there. And there's certain teams that are in that position where, like the Fulhams, even Chelsea, Tottenham, that other teams play, that you could think it's not just they're going to lose that game. Them teams have been conceding and losing games to teams they shouldn't have. And when we were in this position, we were all looking over the weekend. I was refreshing. When Nottingham Forest were up 1-0, I was begging Brentford. Come on, Brentford. And they won it last kick of the game. Thank God. Because if they won that, things look different for us. We're relying on other people to win this and other people to lose. And are the results this weekend went our way? Nottingham Forest lost. Southampton lost. Leeds lost. Just left us just to go and beat Everton. We couldn't do it. It's battle of the losers and time is running out. If you ask me honestly, cancel the season. At this moment in time, we stay safe. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. We stay safe. I mean, if the table stays like this until the end of the season, we stay on 30 points. We stay out of the relegation zone. Oh, no, sorry, wrong one. I was going to give everybody a heart attack then. Yeah, not refresh that one. We stay out of us and Leeds stay safe. Nottingham Forest, Everton, and Southampton go down. Do you know what? We didn't lose it. We didn't win it either. The problem is, if this was early in the season and this was February time, we sacked Rodgers, I would have felt positive about this game. 4 matches now. 4 matches. I want to be optimistic, but we don't have time to be optimistic. We need results now. We need points now. And I want to be positive. I want to shout about the team and go, there were some brilliant passages of play, and there was at times. And I'm just frustrated because we are a better team than this. And even like, for example, the Soyuncu goal came out of nowhere. So good to see him get on the score sheet. And then Vardy gets a goal in the 33rd minute. And I was so happy that he got his goal. Typical, classic, vintage Jamie Vardy. And we did get some good enjoyment out of stuff. 42nd minute, Iverson is looking more and more like Kasper Schmeichel. Every game. Kept us in it massively. And strong wrist, like we expect from Kasper. There was so many opportunities where like, that's going in. And it didn't. Because of Iverson. And we still keep giving up goals, cheap goals. I thought there's so many times that the goal was going in. I guarantee that's going in. Iverson makes a fantastic save, bails out. Iverson makes a save, Bassett bails it out. I think I put somewhere later on, it was like, we can't keep doing this because we will concede. And lo and behold, I think it was, again, 50 something minutes in the second half. And then we end up conceding, going 2-2. And we did have some good passages of spell. We did take the ball and push it into their half. But Everton just locked us out and we didn't really have a response for it. It just kept going Samore, Castagna, and then it kept going forwards and backwards. And we just needed somebody to take ownership, take the ball, whip it in, and somebody's put their head on it and put it in the box. That's what we were lacking. And one thing you can criticize about Leicester, we could put the ball in the back of the net. We just didn't. We kept passing it around. And if it was halfway through the season and I was like, yeah, give them time, no problem. We're running out of time, running out of money, running out of time to spend. We're just running out of everything. And more, these teams, hopefully, they all stay losing as well, because we have to rely on other teams losing for us to stay in the Premier League. We didn't lose it. It's still kind of in our hands, but it's really not helped. Really not helped. Again, I'm trying to get through some of your Gray put in the chat again. Appreciate you, Gray, as well, for your comments. We don't move the ball quickly enough. I think we move the ball quickly enough. There's just a combination of the ball's passing and it's not going to the final man to put the ball in the back of the net. And at times, especially towards the end of the game, we were just not putting the ball where we needed to. There was sloppy passes. We're trying to rush things. We're trying to overcomplicate it. Sometimes just play it simple. And at the beginning, we were trying to play it simple. And then at the end, we didn't do that as much. And there was opportunity to capitalize on that. I mean, Samore's challenge on Coleman, that was an opportunity. As the right back has gone off, for Barnes to go, puff your chest out, go for it, for that left back. Because Coleman's gone off as right back. Patterson's come on, never heard of him before. Young centre back. Young right back, sorry. Barnes needed to capitalize on that. Capitalize. And make sure that ball is going in the back of the net and we're taking on his man. And he took them on and there was space and he drove. Can anybody remember a time where Barnes really that was a guilty opportunity that somebody else's fault? Barnes, we're relying on you as the out-and-out winger today, because there was no winger on that right-hand side. We needed him and he didn't quite happen. Did the team want it? Yes. Are we making stupid mistakes? Yes. Are we giving the goals away easy? Yes. Do I think we'll stay in the Premier League? Yes. On goal difference. I'm frustrated because I know we're good. We're a good team. We've got great players. Samori for parts of the game looked good, and then at other points, giving the ball away stupidly. I don't know. Again, I'm just looking at my notes now, but I don't know what's going to happen. And I wanted to be safe. I wanted to be up there with Bournemouth. I wanted to be up there with towards that table so I can just breathe. And all the emotions are all over the place. I mean, I think it was another great save by Everton. Again, something I put, you can't give away these chances that easily. The defense needs sorting out. I'm not blaming John Terry because he's only had a short amount of time, but John Terry, can we work with these players and just figure out something just to keep the ball out the back of the net? We're good at going the other way. We just need a little bit of luck and a little bit of defensive stability. A huge goal for when they conceded for the 2-2. And Thomas could have done better, but I'm not going to try and dig him out too much. There was other opportunities, 60 minutes. Tarkowski off the line save. Tarkowski saves off the line, and Vardy was just stood there. And it was the small errors. If that went left and right. And one thing I forgot to speak about, the penalty. Yeah, as in Vardy should have taken the penalty. In hindsight, obviously you could tell Tielemans had the ball. Then Maddison didn't do good enough. That was the example. Maddison was great in some of the flicks and tricks, and getting past two players was fantastic. Put the penalty away. We needed that. And we're running out of time. We're running desperately out of time. Then what I like as well with Dean, I think 60 minutes, no, about 60, 65 minutes, somewhere around there. He takes in Diddy off and puts in Daka. And I was like, right, he's going for it. Daka, he gave us work rate, but we need him to be the other end to finish off the chances. And Dean went for it. I would have liked to see Dennis Pratt on earlier taking off in Diddy, because I think Pratt gives you more in that midfield, and he'll give you that more technical ability, and he'll take ownership more. I think he came on too late. He didn't really affect the game as much as I wanted him to. I think Pratt, we potentially missed a shot there with Pratt. Again, lots of possession, lots of hurrying around, lots of passing, no end product. We didn't get the ball. We keep whipping the balls to Vardy. Vardy's not that. We saw how it works. Give him a ball over the top and he's there and he's gone and he's bang. And so many times it was one end to the other, to the end, to the other. Either team could have scored. And it didn't happen. It didn't happen. I want to try and find the... It just feels like we're running out of time. And I want to say that we're safe, but my God, it's not helping. It's not helping at all. Because it just makes you physically and mentally absolutely exhausted. The game, on the face of it as well, went from one end to the other, to the other, to the other, to the other. And especially towards the dying moments of the game, Everton were the people that looked on top to win it. I don't want to say that, but I want to be real. I want to be honest with the Everton fans if they're watching. We've got fight. We've got guts. We've got determination. But we need final products. We need just to switch on for 90 minutes. I don't want to... I feel like I'm slandering the team too much, and I want to be positive, but I just don't have time to be positive. I don't know. We don't have time. We don't have time. We need results. We need points. We need a dodgy off somebody's bum into the back of the goal. We need players to concentrate so they're not making stupid things. Syunchu, I've rated him since he's came in. What was he doing at 77 minutes? Iverson, again, bailing him out. I was like, what the hell is happening here? Look, it's all over the place. At times, we were playing out from the back. Just launch it long. Just launch it long. And take the ball away, get the pressure out. We're trying to play out from the back. Tillerman's sometimes being shut off the ball. Samore losing the ball, and Diddy losing the ball, Castagna losing the ball, Maddison losing the ball, either being physically muscled off it, or it's just a turnover possession was so quick that if it's not working, try and do something different. But then what's the difference? We give it over to Barnes, and Barnes doesn't really do anything with it. We try and whip it into Vardy, and it sometimes doesn't work. It was close. But it's not. We're close. We're ending the end of the season soon, and we've got a few results that are coming soon. And I just want us to be in a good spot, man. I really do, because there was some sloppy play, there was some good play, and I'm very, very confused in terms of fixtures. What we've got coming up, again, it's all to play for. We're going to have a preview for the next one, the next game, with a Fulham fan that would be really good to have on. Fulham on Monday, Liverpool, Newcastle, West Ham. Out of them four, leave them in the comments. I'll try and bring them up. Again, you've been giving in the comments, and I appreciate you. And thanks for tuning in and ranting with me and getting stuff in. How many points do you think we get? These 4 games, I can't get them all up in one go. Let me see if I can get another version. Out of all them points, I'll try and bring them up on screen. How many points do you think we get? 4 games, maximum 12. We're on 30. 12 points would put us on 42. Danilo has put 4. 4 out of 12, 34 points we end the season on. Will that be enough to keep us in the Prem? So 1 win, we just need a win would just help. And maybe we come back to this stream at the end of the season and we go, my God, we need that points. But it was little things. We had a penalty we missed. But then again, there was a point, 80 minutes. Pickford fumbles, running up the wing. And I'm thinking, this opportunity to get the win. And Vardy just puts it wide. I don't blame Vardy. It was a skew at the moment, but little things like that, we just need to go our way. Harry's in the chat, putting 3 to 3 out of supporters on 33 points. Random's put 6, so 36 points. Oh man. Oh man. It's so tough. It's so tough. Because we weren't particularly. You could spin. I think this result you could spin however you want. If you want to say, look, we're still in it. They're still fighting, and I'm not saying they're not. I'm saying it's time to stop saying they're fighting and start saying we're winning. And I think that's the difference. We need to say we're winning these games, not we are fighting to have a go at these games. We need to stay in the Prem. And for that second half, we were the second team. Everton were better than us. And they're going to take confidence from that going in. And some of them games, Liverpool could go our way. I was speaking to Ryan, for those of you who watch Shameless FC. He was saying that Liverpool have had 3 wins on the road. So it could be something. 3 wins on the road. I don't know. Jess joined. Yes, mate, I'm absolutely exhausted. How's things on your end?
Oh man, mixed emotions. Again, always every single match, mixed emotions. First we concede. I'm not sure what's going on. Then we score an incredible goal that we needed, honestly, by Siyunchu. Vardy. That type of goal was 2015, 2016. Vardy has second chance to do it. Doesn't give it to Barnes. Tries to take it himself. Goes dinks over. Hits the post. Madison taking the ball from Tielemans, there's never been, I think, in recent times where we have a PK and we are just confident that we're going to score. Even with Kalichi and Nacho when he scored against Wolves, that PK, I didn't, I wasn't confident, but it went in. Madison, too confident there. Too confident there. I thought it was Vardy. We all thought it was Vardy going to be scoring because he was playing. Vardy just like puts a power shot in those PKs. And yeah, it's something that we can't say anymore. We could blame the board for sacking Rodgers too late. No, like we had a chance to win the match and we got a draw because we made these dumb mistakes, and it's now the blame is on us, on the players.
Yeah, and I was saying as well, I think we all were talking over the weekend, looking at the results, going right. Forest lost, Southampton lost, Leeds lost. This is our opportunity. And obviously, we're playing Everton. So that could have been our opportunity to put them down there. 2 points gap. It would have been. We could have come on going at the end of the game, going nearly, but okay, we're still in this, but we're just creating that little bit of gap. And because we got the draw, and especially because we, in my opinion, we were the second team in the second. We were the second. We were the second to everything in the second half. It just makes everything feel we've got to go and look at other results, and the fact that we're playing like this on the Monday, do you think that the fact that we play on the Monday got in the team's heads a bit as well?
If anything, I think we had the better advantage because Everton played on Thursday, so they had 3 days to rest. But we, I know we're playing Mondays, 3 consecutive Mondays, but they're all a week apart, so we have enough time to rest. But looking as it is now, this match we're supposed to win. I think it will depend on the last game against West Ham, and preferably to find safety much sooner. We'll have to depend on other teams losing and us obviously getting some result until the last match.
Yeah, exactly, and it's literally going to come down to the wire, I think, as well. Because even if we get a couple of wins, I think other teams could, and then we're right back in it. So again, 3 points is all we need. I want to just talk about Iverson. I've talked about him previously on stream as well, but what do you think of him again today?
Oh, the huge saver. It could have gone 3-4 goals for Everton. He made some crucial saves, just like the right moment of time, putting his foot. I think Dominic Calvert-Lewin had a chance to make it. Was it 2-1 or 2-2 in the first half? And he was just at the right spot. Crucial saves. And I think, if we look back at and see what we've missed all season long, like that probably would have helped us out if he played much earlier.
Yeah, no, totally, exactly. That's the thing. So we could say all ifs, buts, and maybes about Rodgers and what happened, but now we're seeing the kind of long-term effect. If we had another couple of months, I'd feel a lot more okay, but we don't. We don't have time for it. We have 4 games to save the season, and each one of them. This was supposed to be the run that was supposed to be easy. Now we've got 5 out of 9. On paper, that looks all right, but I think when you look at the table, that says something else.
Yeah, definitely. It's never easy against Everton for some reason. I don't know why. Depending last season they were pretty much they had to win every single game towards the end. They played us, the KP. They won that match, I believe, and it was a match where it was an easy win for us that we should have gotten. Um, I don't understand how we just somehow get overconfident or we just feel the pressure. Don't know, but like I said in our group chat, it's not Leicester unless you suffer the full 90 minutes.
I know, but it shouldn't be that way. And it's so interesting that you take it back to last week when we played against Wolves, and we're like, yes, we got the win. Hopefully, this is the start of something. That was the game that we can get more points from the other 2 games. And I think as well, something to mention is that we got that draw against Leeds, and we're like, okay, this is not too bad. And then you realise they've just been every other game they've been smacked. Every other game they've got smacked at least 2 goals more than them. Then you look at the 1-1 they got against us, and we're going, well, they were lucky to get away with a point. And potentially the same again tonight. Time is running out, and I think we need a little bit of luck, but I think we need to create our own luck, and we can't just go, oh well, Madison should have put this opportunity away, which is true, but then we should have put our other opportunities away in the second half as well.
Yeah. And next match is Fulham at Craven Cottage. Mitrovic is not going to play. I think that's his last game that he's suspended, so that's a huge advantage for us. But just looking at the weekend with Forest and what was it, Brentford, that was just a miracle there. That if that would have gone Forest's way and we would have got this result today, it would have made things much, much more complicated. I think we've been given so many chances, so many blessings with other results that we are still where we are now, luckily out of the relegation zone at the moment. But yeah, time is running out. We can't depend on those chances, those miracles to happen again, constantly every single week. We have to come away with, 3 points, like you said.
Yeah, I think exactly. We just need to get them. And I think one player that, again, so many people have mentioned, I want to bring it up as well. LCFC Believe puts in about Iheanacho. If we would have created so much more. What are your thoughts? That I agree. I think that Iheanacho could have been that missing link that we needed in that midfield. But also, I know he's injured at the moment. I think games like this, you need somebody to shine. And we relied on Barnes. Didn't work. Iheanacho could have been that guy.
Yeah. He's proven it every time he's been playing. He's a strong guy. He can, definitely work with another striker next to him. It's a great combination. He works well with Daka and with Vardy. So yeah, it's a big unfortunate that he's not playing now. I don't know how many weeks he'll be out. Hopefully, not too many. But at the moment, we have to work what we have with. So we have Vardy, we have Daka. I think it was best to not play them both at the same time. You kind of got to rotate that out. If you start them at the start of the match, you're going to tire them out, and next thing you know, you have no options. So personally, with the selection, there was no problem. I think until until we tied the game and then we came 2-1. I think it was fine. But just like the opportunity we missed, that's the big thing that we always have to somehow keep correcting.
Yeah, no, that's the thing, and I'm just drained. I think the match drain, as you were saying, just all the way through the end, suffering, and then knowing that looking at the table and we're technically okay, but it's okay is not good enough in terms of goal difference. It's a lot. I just wanted to say again, yeah, thanks for Jeff for going on because I think we've covered pretty much everything. Just want to say thank you to again Ethan, again LCFC Believer, David, again Brad as well from Top 10 Battles. Ethan again, LCFC Grey, Fox. You guys have just been smashing it with your comments as well. I just want to say again, make sure you go and subscribe to Jeff if you're still watching as well. Again, he's got a crowd channel. I just looking at the fixtures again. We do have kind of a kind fixture, but 4 games now. Anything's possible from any of the games.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, like I said, Fulham, Newcastle, Liverpool, and then West Ham. I'm not obliged to say that we're not going to get anything out of Fulham. We possibly can. Now, if that happens, then certainly I think going into Newcastle, that could be a match where. Oh no, we play Liverpool first. Okay, so certainly okay. So that's even better. Better than instead of playing away in two consecutive games, having Fulham away and then Liverpool at home. Yeah, definitely. It's going to be tough both, but I think Fulham. We won last time, at Fulham, so we know how to play, and hopefully, this was the first game with no Clichy and Nacho. Hopefully now Dean Smith can somehow find a system that works off this performance that we had, and then come with something, that could definitely benefit us for next Monday.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree, and hopefully something that's the case. And I think one thing, a couple of players that we haven't seen, because I was hoping, well, Tete, again, I don't think anybody's talking about Tete, because again, I think it was realised he's not the player that he potentially was when he signed up. And we saw against Aston Villa away in the first game. Another one, Suter. I don't know about you, but the centre-back pairings at times we just needed somebody to go up there and stick their head on something, whipping in crosses. Suter's 6'6". He's good with his head. I think he's got one of the highest statistics in terms of that as well. Could have been something new to try, or do you think it's too late to try and get Suter on and the whip ball into him?
Yeah, I think it's all a matter of just the player's abilities, the defender's abilities. I know Suter is a very tall player, strong player, but as far as pace goes, not as quick as I want to say fast or Siyunshu. And that's why he's on the bench, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I see what you mean. But yeah, I'm just knackered. But hopefully we can reflect on this stream in the summer. Hopefully we stay in the Premier League differently. But Jeff, again, any final words before we finish?
Like I said, it all depends on us. We've had so many chances with other results to be where we are right now, and we'll have to see what happens against Fulham.
We'll have to see. Yeah, but again, thanks Jeff for joining. Everyone, shout out to a few people again: Ethan, Dorco, Brookline. Who else have we got in the comments as well? Harry as well, Ellis. Just you guys have been smashing it with the comments. And I really just want to say thank you so much as well. And then Jeff, you're in there as well, which is fantastic as well. Don't want to leave on that note, but next 4 games we've got. What do you predict in terms of points? And what do you think will keep us safe? Because again, it's going to the season now. 4 games left. We just need to stay safe.
Yeah. So going off what other teams have, like Forest and Southampton I think they're done. They have Chelsea, and then they have I don't know other big teams, but
even then Chelsea are like,
yeah,
everybody's losing, and they lost to them already this season twice, I think.
Right. Leeds as well. Leeds don't have a very easy schedule. We'll have to. I think that's the other good part. The fact that we have the Monday matches, because we already know what result we need to get ahead of time.
Leeds have
certainly. Yeah, we're tied at 30
Leeds
points.
have Man City, which will be that might be a complete steamroll.
Then
Newcastle, West Ham, Tottenham.
So will they lose all 4 based on recent results? Perhaps there's a high chance for that.
Yeah.
Certainly Newcastle are still fighting for a spot in the Champions League. That's not certain for them. So I'm pretty sure they're going to want to win that match. Same thing with Man City trying to get the title. West Ham as well. All these teams are still fighting for something that Leeds are going to play against. If we could get to 34 points, I think we might just be safe. Slightly safe.
Yeah, I see what you mean. You're the ones we've got. No, I'm with you. I think it's just a slightly, again, it's coming down to the wire. I think on this one as well, looking at Forest, Southampton at home, Chelsea away, Nottingham, and then Arsenal. And this is the thing is, if Crystal Palace are on the beach because they're on 40 points, they could be just coasting and potentially give Nottingham Forest that win as well.
Let's hope not. I'm
just being honest with it as well.
Yeah. Let's hope. I mean, they probably would. But I said let's hope not. But Nottingham Forest, Southampton. That's if that's a draw, then I can't say there's any more of a bigger sign for us to find a way to stay safe, because that's an important fixture. preferably would either go for Southampton to
Yeah.
win or a draw. But Forest going up there with a win, it's going to make things much more complicated.
100%. No, 100%. And they're only 1 point behind us, bearing in mind as well, so it can all change. Ryan's in the chat. Oh, wrong one. That one. But big up to yourself, Ryan, as well. I know you, again, Liverpool fan, you're expecting us to win. So close, man. So close. And that's the thing. We'll just go through the results again one more time because it's literally coming down to the end. The last thing we have, again, probably looking at Everton as the last one. We've got Brighton again. Brighton, Man City, again, that's the one, hopefully. Wolves, and then Bournemouth. So again, it's kind of, you see, the problem is it's going into all the cliches again, Jeff. It's in our hands. Other teams have it worse than us. We've got to look out, because bearing in mind, all of them games play before we do. So going into them, that means that the pressure is on us to win our games.
Yeah, it is certainly. And I think that's the benefit of it. Like that, we already know what, like I said, what we need to get, what result we need to get. And certainly may take off nerves if other teams, get the results that fall in our favor. But either way, we can't depend on the results, at least not now. Just see what happens this weekend with Forest and Southampton. I think that's a crucial match that is important for us. And then, like I said, looking at other schedules for the other teams that are fighting relegation: Everton, Southampton, Leeds, and Forest, much tougher opponents than us. And the way it's just scheduled out, I think we have, like I said, the better advantage. Fulham, Liverpool at home, Newcastle, and then West Ham.
It's tough. It really is. Yeah, I'm just looking for something because, again, I would bring it up on screen, but Ethan's putting about Rob Tanner, which I'm just going to try and find that as well. But for some reason on my laptop, it's not working, which is really just annoying. Where's it gone? D. Smith, since he's arrived, Kelechi Iheanacho has been on penalties, and then Maddison. So Maddison is designated penalty taker. He said Vardy hadn't been playing much and Tielemans had missed a couple this season.
Interesting.
I don't know what you make of any of that, but again, the fact that, again, Kelechi Iheanacho was the penalty taker, then Maddison was second, and after that, I'm expecting a confident Maddison to put that away.
Yeah, I don't know when's the last time Maddison shot off a penalty for us. It's always been Tielemans, it's always been Vardy or Kelechi Iheanacho, but Maddison, I think the only time has been when we had a PK shootout, which he has made. But yeah, to go straight the middle, yeah, it's like, why? That was too confident there.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, Jeff, and I've said it for the third. Thank you for joining. Any final thoughts before we finish?
Just sit back and see what happens. Really,
we can't, mate. We can't see what happens. It's too straight, mate. If you said that through the 90 minutes of sit back and see what happens. Do you know what I mean? We can't. Do you see what I mean?
I know.
It's not because you didn't go, oh my god, I'm biting my fingernails, scratching my head, I'm doing all sorts of stuff all over the place. But hopefully by this time next month we can reflect to go, we're still in the Prem.
Yeah.
So again, thanks. Make sure you subscribe to Jeff. Thank you all. We'll be back for a Fulham preview sometime next week, so keep an eye out. Apart from that, we'll see you after the Fulham for the post match. And make sure check out Jeff's channel. We'll see you all in the next video. So goodbye.